watched Gladiator for the first time last year, and it immediately became one of my favorite movies. The acting is top-notch, the story engaging, even if it's not historically accurate at all, and the set and costume design are also incredible. Maximus is such a compelling character, and I got to thinking about why this is. I've come to the conclusion it's primarily because of one scene. Now, there's a large variety of big battles and speeches of defiance and loud moments, which could stand out as the primary reason why the audience can rally behind Maximus so well, but none of these are the one that really gives you as an audience member as big of a reason to care about Maximus and his struggles as the scene with Maximus and Emperor Marcus Aurelius. This scene comes just after the extensive battle sequence in the opening of the movie, which establishes Maximus as a capable leader, and while the battle scene is also narratively very important, we do not really get to know more about Maximus until this conversation with Marcus Aurelius. This is where the groundwork for both characters, and even the film in general, is set into motion. It's here that we get to see Maximus as a person, and not a general. Firstly, the scene establishes Marcus Aurelius's main concerns about Rome, namely the terrible changes which have taken place regarding the decadence and immorality. However, Maximus seems to be untouched by this knowledge, as he has been away fighting a war. Additionally, it should be noted that even when Maximus is home, he doesn't live in the height of Roman culture. He has a villa in one of the provinces somewhere, which he does say, but I don't remember where it was, which is another reason he does not see the degree of cultural rot that has taken place.
What is Rome, Maximus?
I've seen much of the rest of the world. It is brutal and cruel and dark. Rome is the light.
Yet you have never been there. You have not seen what it has become.
We see that Rome to Maximus is highly important. Due to his time in the barbaric reaches of the empire, he firmly believes Rome is a force for good, and it ultimately means freedom for its citizens and for those it conquers. Rome is a beacon of light in an otherwise dark and uncivilized world. To Maximus, this is synonymous with protecting his very own family, which is the most important thing to him. These two motivations, family and Rome, form the core of Maximus's character arc. First and foremost, we can see how important his family really is to him, which makes their murder even more devastating. And secondly, this new Rome, so to speak, that Marcus Aurelius speaks of so despondently and disgustfully, is the perpetrator of this family's death, which places Maximus in a sort of identity crisis. What he thought was worthy and beautiful has become the very thing that has destroyed what he cares about most. This creates such an interesting and dynamic journey for Maximus as he deals with his rage at not only Commodus, but at Rome itself. The betrayal of his men and his country, which he fought so long for, gives Maximus a front seat to what Marcus Aurelius was telling him about. This leads him down the path of revenge and ultimately a place of kind of hope and a little bit of reconciliation by the end of the film when he's convinced that Rome is worth saving, and he must do what Marcus Aurelius anointed him to do, restore the Republic. This entire character arc has its roots within this scene that is simply two people talking about their concerns, family, and lives. It is here where we see Maximus light up for the first time in the movie as he tells the Emperor about his home, and it is here where we see a devotion to Rome, both of which are about to be annihilated. From the audience's perspective, the seeds for Commodus's jealousy are planted here, as Marcus Aurelius shares how incompetent and deranged Commodus is, thinly veiling what is to come. Because of all of this, the backbone of the film is forged, and the audience has been given the full character of Maximus. He is a worthy leader and a veteran fighter, which is established in the opening battle. But even more importantly, this scene shows off his humanity and humility. The latter is particularly evident when Maximus refuses to accept the absolute power Marcus Aurelius wants to grant him in order to give the power back to the people. We can see his motives, his hopes, and his moral fiber on display. This is the moment when the audience can truly connect with Maximus and understand him from a more personal perspective. Because of this scene, it is not difficult to see why Marcus Aurelius trusts Maximus to restore the Republic and Rome back to its former glory. The opening shows a competent leader and a fighter in Maximus Decimus Meridius, but this small conversation reveals simply Maximus.